All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, all over the world watching us today on Facebook and on YouTube. I'd like to welcome you to another episode, continuing the series celebrating Dr. Sunday Adelaja on his 52nd birthday. If you've been with us on this journey, right from the 1st of May, we've been celebrating Dr. Sunday in a special way. We're not having a party, we're not popping champagne, but we are having series of programs from different people speaking about different areas, different aspects of Dr. Sunday. So I would like to welcome you all once again. Thank you for joining us today. As you join us, I would like to encourage you to please kindly share this video. If you're watching us on YouTube, it would be great if you could share this video on your social media platforms. And if you're watching us on Facebook, you could share this video on your timeline by clicking on the share icon, or you could share this video to the groups that you belong to, or you could suggest this video to your friends and to your families. You're welcome. You are very much welcome. If you missed yesterday's episode, I'd like to encourage you to please go to Dr. Sunday's YouTube channel. That is Dr. Sunday Adelaja. Search for the playlist. Under the playlist, there is a playlist titled The Man DSA. The Man DSA. That playlist has all of the videos of this special program that we've had for the past 11 days, celebrating Dr. Sunday in a special way. Well, today, definitely we are continuing, and we have a special guest who would be handling an interesting topic today, the Man DSA. But before I introduce our anchor for today, who will be defending this topic, I think the book that is right by my side here, I think parents would love this book, because the title of this book, as you can see, is How to Build Friendly Relationship with Your Child. How to build friendly relationship with your child. This is the latest book that Dr. Sunday released. You know, in this day and time, I believe a book like this is very essential. Most especially because most children, or most millennials, as we refer to them, they're under immense pressure from social media, from their friends, from the peer groups, and most children nowadays have closer relationships with their phones, or with their social media platforms, or with their friends. And as a result, we have a lot of children today, especially in the West, who are joining gangs, who are involved in several vices. And many parents are, in a misery. They're asking, how can I speak with my child? How can I get my child to listen to me? How can I build a good relationship with my child? Because, in this new age, it's like the children are not paying attention to us. But guess what? This book titled How to Build a Friendly Relationship with Your Child would give answers to your question. As a matter of fact, it will bring an end to your misery, because the reason why things are difficult, or the things why we believe that we can't do things, is because we don't know how to. But when there is knowledge, when there is light, when there is understanding, when there is wisdom, we will discover that, well, after all, I don't think it is that difficult. And that is exactly what this book would offer every parent, to know how they can be friends, not just fathers to their kids, not just mothers to their kids, but they can be friends, and they can build a friendly, close relationship with their children. But guess what? This book right now is on pre-order. So you can get this book as low as $3.99 if you order for it today. And the offer will just last for a few more days. So I want to encourage every parent listening to me right now. If you have a child, maybe you have a good relationship with your child already or with your children, but you want to know how to take it to the next level. You want to know how to build even a closer relationship with your children. Then I think the only logical thing to do is to get this book, How to Build Friendly Relationship with Your Child. So you could get this book right now on Amazon. You could pre-order it on Amazon for $3.99 because after a couple of days, of 3 or 4 days, the price will definitely increase. So please do well to get this book, How to Build a Friendly Relationship with Your Child. All right, so I want to believe that you're ready for our speaker today. And if you're just joining, well, this is DSA's 52nd birthday celebration special. And today we have Mr. Israel Good News Balogun to handle the topic, The Man DSA. Welcome, Mr. Israel.
Thank you very much, Dr. and Pastor Anu. I'm glad to be here. And I welcome everyone who is listening to today's program. I really want you to lose your belts, lose your buttons, because today is not going to be serious as usual. Today is going to be a day of fun. We are actually going to catch fun on DSA today as much as we can. And then if you have popcorn, you have a Coca-Cola with you there, or you can get a coffee. I want to get them close to yourself, because today is going to be a day where we see DSA from another angle. We have seen him as a spiritual man, as a leader, as a father, as a leader. We have talked about system. We have talked about the man of revolutions. We have talked about many things, and so many other topics who are coming. But among many of those things, we also want to see DSA from an angle where we present him as a human being. And this man, he has done so great among us. We have seen him to be somebody that one cannot imagine what God is using him to do. But we also want to believe that actually this man is a human being. And that is my job today, to present DSA to us as a human being. And then I'm going to present it in a way that we're going to catch a lot of fun on this. And I believe DSA will not be angry with me after this program, because some of the things we are going to be talking and show him that he's an handsome man who is dressing wonderfully now, but we can see some of his shoe before, how it looks, and then we can see that this man actually learned something later on before he becomes who he is. So I'm so glad to be on this platform again, Dr. and Pastor Anu. God bless you, sir.
You want to finish me with titles, Abi? Dr. and Pastor Anu is well. All right, dear viewers, like Mr. Israel have said, I'm looking forward to today's show. We want to review that Dr. Sunday is actually a man, the human being in Dr. Sunday. But before Mr. Israel begins his presentation, there are two important announcements I would like to give. The first one is that Dr. Sunday, due to his birthday celebration, is giving out his books at a discounted rate. It's called the DSA's birthday book promo, and the promo lasts to the end of this month. So if you're listening to us and you want to partake in this promo, you could register by sending a mail to the office here at dsasbooks@gmail.com. So dsasbooks@gmail.com. You can write to the office there the books that you're interested in ordering, and sooner or later you get the response. I also try to implore that you exercise patience even as you send your mails, that as soon as you send it, it's received, and in due time you're going to get your response most definitely. The second announcement is that after Mr. Israel's presentation, we're going to have an opportunity for our viewers both on Facebook and on YouTube to call into the studio. And for you to do that, you would need to search for Move Agent on Facebook Messenger. So search for Move Agent on Facebook Messenger and write to us informing us about your intent to call into the studio and I would be definitely happy to receive from you, to hear your thoughts, to hear your contributions, and to hear your impressions on today's show, and to also send your congratulatory message to Dr. Sunday Adelaja. All right, thank you so much. If you've not shared, please kindly share, and I will hand over right now the platform to Mr. Israel to take us on an interesting journey.
Thank you very much, Doctor. I'll be using two titles for you. Doctor as a professional, pastor as a call. So any of these two I use, please take it from me. And if I even use the two together, just manage it.
Accepted with love.
Okay. So once again, viewers, I welcome you. Today's topic is about demand DSA. I didn't get enough resources. I would have loved to start the journey of a man called DSA from Idomina down to 52 years of his age. But because I'm limited to resources that I can lay my hand on, I also want to take us through a time of imaginatory discussion. I want to paint pictures in our imaginations, so you will have to imagine things I'm saying in pictures. Yes, I want to imagine a young guy waking up every morning to go around villages and shout Ologide. You know what I mean by Ologide? Ologide is somebody who sells a pie. Is it pie?
Yeah. Custard, like something like
custard, corn custard. So Nigeria made. He wake up every morning, and then he must not mix the time, because this is how the market sells. Everyone already know when that sound comes. If it's 7 a.m., they will be expecting to hear it 7 a.m. If it is 6 a.m., it must be 6 a.m. If it is 5:30 a.m., nobody sell ogi, nobody sell pipe in afternoon. In time of, you can't see people walking around streets in afternoon saying Ologide. No, because it's a hot food. It is taken every morning. Yeah. So this is a young guy. I don't know. I want to open your imagination and imagine a man called DSA, and know that it's not just see. I want you to see something. When the Bible was talking about Jesus, he said he was a man like us. He can feel our pain, he can feel our weaknesses. He said he was tempted like us. Now, if Jesus was a man like us, I could not figure out how he was a man until God began to show me the relationship between the life of DSA and the life that Christ lived. Do you know Christ wasn't born Messiah to them? He was born a carpenter.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, in the book of Luke, they want to refer to him and say, is this not Jesus, a carpenter? In other words, they said, the son of the carpenter. So he was that guy that goes around to help them fix their table. When they have their door broken down, he helps them fix their door. He makes tools, he makes chairs. He's the man, he's that guy that they call for job. Come and do, God, will you come and do my job for me? So the same way, DSA was a guy that said Ogi. Yoruba put it this way, Omologi. I will not interpret that. So just for those who can hear Yoruba, it's a privilege to think of it. But just think of one young guy, as early as 10 years, 10 years, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. I can't hear you.
Continue.
Can you hear me?
Very well.
Okay, you are saying something, sir?
No, we're listening to you.
So you can imagine a man, a young guy that has that kind of who sell custard every morning, who does not have a slippers to wear, who does not have a nice clothes. Can you imagine something? Can you imagine a young guy, a young boy, who goes around the village and sell every morning. That was the man called DSA. The man that today has visited many nations, has become a deliverer of the nations, was once upon a time a son of his own family that sell that sell custard. This same man who happened to be a boy at the time I'm talking about, which I want you to imagine it. I want to think of what I'm saying. He's also a wood seller. You don't understand what a wood seller is. I actually sold wood before, sometimes ago, before when I was around 14, 12 years. You go to farm, you cut wood, you gather it together and you bring it to the market for sale. You know, sometimes we even bring this wood. You know what we do to it? We use it in exchange for food. So when I bring the wood to the woman who sells rice and beans, I will give her that wood, and I will tell her, I don't need money, just give me 2 square meal. So equivalent of the wood could be 200 naira, 300 naira, 150. No matter the amount of the money, she will convert the money into food and give it to me. That was what it means to sell wood. That was the man, DSA. That was where he started from. That was how he has gone through his life. Wood seller, custard seller. That was the man, DSA, and I really want you to imagine such a man in that manner. Now today we are looking at this man, DSA, from the angle of being a human being. And I want to present a human being to us. I want to present a man who is spiritual. Also, a man, please, I'm hearing myself, please. I don't know whether you are playing it or something.
No.
Maybe you can mute it.
All right.
Okay. So a man who is spiritual, a man who is a nation deliverer, but also I'm presenting to you that this man that you see is also a human being. He's a human being. You can see him and understand that he's a human being like me. He has blood in his vein. He has down and up time. He has period when he feels happy and when he feels sad. He has time when he only can rely on God for strength, and times when he also believes that God has elevated him to do something great. I'm presenting to you a man who Bible referred to in the book of James about Elijah. He said, Elijah, a man like you, who speak to rain and rain obey him. Elijah did wonder and he called fire to come down. He came down, but Bible says he was a man. I'm also presenting to you today a man called DSA. He's a man. Though he has done something beyond being a man, you have imagined him to be an extraordinary man. In fact, one day I told you, I said, you are not human being. How will somebody able to do these things in this lifetime of ease? You know what he said? He said, I am a man like you. So he's a man. Then if he's a man, how do I know? How do I present? How do I prove that to you? Let me take it to the journey. Let's go to the first slide, please. The first slide. The man DSA, to many people, is the man DSA a human being? Is it possible for a man like me to be like this kind of a man, of a person? Well, follow me as I take you through this journey. Is a man DSA a man? Let's see. Next slide, please. You see that flesh from Africa? I want to check out the look and the combination. I'm going to be analyzing this picture to us, and you will see what I mean by this. This is a man. This person is a man. Now, I'm starting from that shoe. Compare this shoe that DSA is wearing here with what DSA will wear today. It shows to me that
the difference is clear.
You can see the difference that this shoe really is a shoe of hustler. When there's somebody they hustle, this shoe is a shoe of hustler. And then this trouser, this top is a shoe, is a dress of hustler. This man I'm presenting to you, you are seeing this picture, indicate a man who is seriously hustling. Hustling in terms of, he may not be hustling on the streets, but obviously things are not okay here. It's like this man for this place. It's like the man don't get money. That is the truth. The thing no day. The fund is not there. And then when we begin to wonder, if a man can stand from this point and he rose to the point where he's willing to take on the whole continent problem and solve it. If just one man can start from this point and he's saying to himself, said, I am not accepting responsibility for my clan. If the man have said, I'm coming to solve Ijebu people's problem, we say, okay, it's fine. He has made some money in Ukraine and they want to come and spread it. If he's saying, I'm coming to solve the problem of road, just road problem, we say that one is possible. But for a man to say, I am coming to solve African problem, I will start from Nigeria. And I want to ask, where is it coming from? Does it mean that this man actually was born into a wealthy home? Okay, I prove it to you that this man was not born into any wealthy home. Check out this picture. Check it out. Look at his shoe. I pointed the shoe to you. The man is posting with that shoe. And today, if you wear this kind of shoe for Nigeria, they will tell you, bros, how sure that any problem. So and his posting is standing and telling the cameraman, snap me now, I'm some guy. But this was the beginning of a man without nothing. A beginning of a man who started from nothing, and he only trusts God and he walked by the leading and directions of God, and he believed him so much, and God took him from the donkey. First Samuel chapter 2 or 3, he said, I am the God that lifted him from dunghill to live and wine with kings and princesses. If God can pick this man from this position of nobody, where he could not afford a designer shoe, a designer trousers. Do you know what DSA wear today? You know the kind of shirt he wear? Sometimes I see some of the shirts, I feel like making send me like those shirts. Those are clean. Clean. You know the kind of suits he wear today? Awesome suits. But how did it come to that point? You know the kind of place he's living? The kind of people the kind of building he's living in today? You know the kind of impact he has made? He has the kind of life he has affected? If he has able to achieve that, starting from this point, I see a man in him. How did I see a man? I would have seen him to be goddess. If his life has been rosy from beginning, if he has started his life from beginning and he's so rich, he's so wealthy. If I see him to have been somebody who rise from riches, I would say when he has the privilege, he was raised from the good family, he was ready, he rose to become who he is today because of the opportunity and privilege he has. But if just ordinary boy who could not afford a decent shoe, a decent trouser, a decent shirt, a decent whatever, could rise to become who he is today, as we go on, you will see other pictures that depict who DSA is now. Therefore, you can begin to wonder and say, oh, this guy is actually a man. He's a man. He's a man because God was with him. God is with him. But God that is with him did not allow him to jump process. He took him from precept to precept to precept. He allowed him to walk as a man, and to start from where everyone will start from. Jesus Christ went through the same. It's unfortunate that we don't have Jesus Christ picture. I can imagine in my head, Jesus as a carpenter, that one day one customer will have given him a cock on his head. I said, come here. You see what I asked him? And he just knocked him. I can imagine in my head that his father would have asked him to show me your hand. And the man would have given him a serious beating for cutting the wood wrongly or doing it wrong. And I could see that Jesus would have faced that as well. The same way I'm saying in this man called DSA. The same thing I'm saying in this man called DSA. I'm seeing a man who at the time was also subjected to everything that a man can be subjected to. And today we are seeing a man who God has helped, who God has raised, who God has developed from being an ordinary man to become a world changer. I see a man that God has given the grace to go ahead of us and make things better. So I believe that every one of us, you can agree with me that with this picture, DSA is not a ghost. DSA is not God born. Or don't let me use God born. It's not a goddess. It's not one angel that comes from nowhere. It's a man. And God, who can be with a man and turn a man to become great, has actually proved to us through this man that no man cannot be changed. This man, if his life can become who he is today, here you are, you can become whatever God has called you to be. I don't know whether you are getting it, doctor.
Amazing. One of the things I want you to also, I don't know if you noticed it in this picture. Maybe due to the fact that it is in PowerPoint presentation, maybe the viewers might not be able to see all of the details in this picture. But something interesting that I saw in this picture was from Dr. Sunday's teachings on self-confidence. I don't know if people saw those teachings. And he was saying that he was once a very timid, shy, a man. While he was growing up, he had low self-esteem. And even when he arrived in the former Soviet Union, he was so timid that he could not even move from his chair to go take his food in the cafeteria. But when you look at DSA today and you see the kind of confidence that he exudes, the kind of courage that he has, it's almost unbelievable that the man was ever a timid person or ever a shy man. But this picture, if people take their time to get this picture and look into that picture, you will definitely see a timid young boy. I don't know if you saw it in the picture when you were working on your presentation.
You are correct. I forgot to analyze this book that this man is holding here. This book is holding. I know what it means. You see, I deal with. I'm a psychologist by training. He needed confidence. He needed to give himself something to prove to himself, not to you, that he wants something. In this picture, with this book he's holding, he needed to give himself a kind of impression that he is somebody. Therefore, this book in his hand sends signal to him. He's sending signal to him. You people don't know, but he will tell you that this book in his hand is making him to feel that though I'm not that bold, I'm a timid person, but I have a future. With this book in my hand, I'm going places. At least I'm a good student. This is what this book means to him. In the case when when you meet with people who are timid, they needed something to express themselves, to prove to themselves that they are not. If they are forced to do something, they will still need something to enhance their confidence. So this man was trying to enhance his own confidence with it. And then, as you have said, yes, it reads on his face that this is a timid person. It reads. I don't know how much they were able to convince him to take this picture when he took it. And I think one day somehow DSA will answer all these questions openly. How much they've tried to talk to him or force him or whatever led to taking this picture. But this guy, this man, I'm talking about this guy, is a timid person, he's afraid. He does not have the confidence.
You could, as a psychologist, you can read it. You can see his
His
expression. Even he had to hold the chair for support, cross his legs, hold the books, all of those things.
Yeah, that book, that chair, that crossing of the leg is an expression of low self-esteem. It's an expression of low self-esteem. And then the look he carries is not looking straight, it's not looking in charge, it's looking down. So timidness from him as a man. How was he able to conquer timidness? How was he able to conquer timidity? How was he able to come to a point where he can stand before you? And I think any man can gain confidence. I totally believe that any man can gain confidence, anybody can gain boldness, anybody can become whoever, whatever they desire to be. This man is a timid person. And then if you have to look at him compared to what he's doing today, there's no correlation. The relationship does not exist. But the relationship that exists between now and then is negative relationship. The status, in terms of financial status, in terms of confidence, boldness, eloquence, in terms of everything, is pointing to something different. This guy could have graduated and become a lecturer who only go to class with black shade to go and blow grammar and then just speak in class and wait. If I had to stand, this man would have graduated and work in a very good organization because he's a brilliant guy. He can use his brain and never amount to anything. But for him to be able to break that genes, it shows that God can bring any man out of any situation.
Wow.
God can bring any man out.
Wow. I mean this first slide of yours, I know you still have a lot of things coming, but this first slide of us, there are a lot of lessons to learn, because it's like you're revealing to us the man DSA before the man DSA that we know.
Before the man. That's why I call you doctor and pastor. I may need to hire another post.
No, that one, the one you have said so far is good. Amazing. So
man DSA before the man DSA. I love that.
Wow.
The man DSA. Who was he? Where was he? Where is he coming from? This guy is not body. Where was he? 2000 and 1992, 93, 94, 95, 1990. Who could have imagined DSA to become who he is today? So demand DSA as metaphors to become demand DSA. And I'm showing you the man who actually was a man, but he's still a man. And the reason why we know he's a man is because he was a man. And as a man, he has moved from being a man to become a man. And how did he become a man? Because he was a man who has nothing to show for himself. In terms of self-confidence, let me give you one example. I was a bike rider in Lagos some years ago.
A bike rider?
Yes, I rode bike. I was riding bike 2 years. I was driving bike in Lagos 2 years ago. I mean, for 2 years rather. Around 2002, 2003, 4, or 2003 and 4. I was riding bike in Lagos. As a bike rider, my confidence is more than you that drive Jeep. The way I even post on that bike, you would think I'm driving Land Cruiser. I became a professional so much that so few people call me. I don't carry just any ordinary people. I don't carry that 30 naira, 50 naira car. I don't know. You call me for long trip. Why did I bring that example? At the state of my poverty, I have a lot of confidence. But this man doesn't have it. He does not have it. So if a man
he didn't have it at that point.
He did not have it at that point. If a man at this point of his own life there are two things. I am poor and confident. I am poor and timid. That alone is a proof that you are going to be a failure in your life. You are poor. You are timidity. You are self-confidence not there. You are also poor. You will accept anything offered to you. You will take back roll. You will think it's humility to be at the back row. You will be thinking I'm humble. They will give him back seat. You will say I'm humble. They will take what belongs to him from him. You will say he's humble. People even be telling you you are too humble. They never knew it's not humility. It's stupidity. It's a pointer to poverty. I'm amounting to nobody. But this man was able to rise as being a man to become the man we know today.
Amazing.
We can continue on this picture alone and never move to the next one.
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
The next one will blow your mind right now. Let's go to the next slide, please. What do you see, friends? What do you see? What do you see from that picture? What exactly do you see from that picture? I say when men were boys. How do I start to tell you about this picture? Where do I start from? Now look at this. Look at this man. Body structure is becoming something that I don't know what inspired him to start this. I don't know the philosophy, the idea behind this. Is it because of what is in vogue? Or is it because what was the reason behind him taking to gym and then coming up with this body structure? But this showed to me that DSA was once upon a time a boy. Let me not use boy. At this point, he's no longer a boy. But in Nigeria, we call them guy alpha. You understand what I mean by that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean by saying guy alpha now? DSA has not risen to the point where he say, bless you, pastor. At this point, he's still part of guy alpha. So, and he was able to live his life to the point where today every man look up to him and say, you are a blessing to me. Every man look up to him and say, you are a blessing to me. Then one begin to wonder, what happened? How did he get here? What has happened to him? How has he been able to rise and begin to work on his body? So now let me start to analyze this man too. This singlet, this cloth, is this singlet or what they call it now? Armless is wearing is deliberate. It's deliberate. He wants to show off the body. I think this body is becoming a selling point. It's becoming only resources available for him to gain attention.
You are very correct.
There's no money in his pocket. It's like that. It's like this guy here. This guy here is like a fine car. We don't get engine. You see, if you see some car parked, they are fine. But when you want to start them, they say the engine just knocked yesterday. But he has good body. So This is only resources available. And the next slide will tell you what he did with that resources. This was, at that point, that man does not have clothes for attention, or clothes to attract, clothes to attract, clothes to money to attract. He does not have nice car to attract, nothing to attract. But one thing he has, what he could imagine or he could invest into, is he converts his body to resources.
Beautiful.
You see the law of conversion.
Beautiful.
You see the law of conversion now. Converting what you have to a resources. So he was able to convert his body. I don't know whether you are getting something here.
Sure.
Demand DSA, that guy. You understand what it means to convert what you have to become a resources. What he do with that resources, I will tell you. I caught him saying it red-handed. What he did with it, how he was using that resources to evangelize girls to underground church. He said it that girls were running after him, but instead of him to be, he will now them meet me. Hello, are you there, sir?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Now tell them meet me. He will tell like 4 or 5 of them meet me. Don't let me go there. But when we get there, we'll discuss.
But wait,
see,
this thing you are saying, I hope I'm not. I don't know. Did you get the video for where Dr. Pastor Sendu was saying this part of this, that he was using his body to get girls?
Yes, he was saying. I had him.
Were you able to get the video? Did you find the video? Because I know it might be difficult to find.
No, it's difficult. I couldn't find it. If you can help me find it, I don't mind. If someone can help me, so that we can play it. I don't.
Well, before you go to the next point, because because you started by asking a question that you don't know, the reason why he decided to start working out, as compared to the timid guy that was looking like me, when he first came. And I think Dr. Sunday has shared the story before, and I think it emanated from the low self-confidence that he had all the while. The timidity, you looked so small when he came. So, and he had to tell himself that, look at how small I am. Even if I look myself in the mirror, I cannot even respect myself with just my body, the way I'm lanky. That's how
Wow.
that's how DSA used to look when he looks at us, like me now or the other guys here, and looking at how lanky we are. He's always surprised. What is wrong with you people? At your age, hey, I was carrying iron. I was working out. I was building myself. I was transforming my body. I was determining how I want to look so that I can be respected. Because when you have low self-esteem and you have timidity issues, you have complexes, you're looking for different ways to compensate.
Yeah.
Like you said, just so that you can at least get some attention to yourself. That even though you are kind of empty inside or you still feel shy, but at least to get body is just to go and be carrying iron and just go to the gym and just be working out. So Dr. Sunday decided that no, he's going to convert his body, like you said. It's going to transform his skinny self. If we go back to the previous picture, you see that he was very skinny when he first came. Very skinny, just straight, long like this. But he had to take that decision that no, I'm going to transform my body. I'm going to work out so that I will look like someone that if people see me on the streets, they will respect me because of my body as a man.
Now, I love how you just helped me to, because when I saw this picture, I am an individual who I think when I see you, I want to think about something else. I think of what is philosophy behind this. Why is this man doing this? What led to this? So I want to get it out. So I believe it just occurred to me that this guy does not have any resources. He's a black man. Look at that. A timid black guy in a racist nation where black person is not respected. Look at everything working against him. Timid, or in a country where black person is not respected, in a communist society. So it's nobody. Just forget about it.
Yeah.
Get about him is a nobody. So what did he do? He started by saying to himself, I need the resources. I need the resources to be recognized and to be respected. And he take responsibility. And that is why you see that DSA is a man. Everything he has able to achieve, he pay for it.
True.
You know what it means to get this body he's having? This structure, excuse me, sir, it's not 1 week exercise. You know, me they start exercise on Monday. Before Thursday, I don't stop. Before Thursday, the Thursday one, I will start on Monday. I will start up. I will do like this. I will do like this. On Tuesday, I will do like this. On Wednesday, I will just say, this leg is paining me now. I will wait. When it's on Thursday, they wake me. It's time for exercise. I say, I will go and I will start again next time. He was able to persistently subject his body to a process of transfiguration. Now listen. This body was not gotten overnight. It was not gotten through fasting or prayer. If you continue to fast, you will become thinner. You don't get the structure by fasting. You get it by deliberate lifting iron, doing press up, all that. And if DSA has not been a man, he would have told God, will you work on my body? I will just see him waking up next day with a structured body that is fitting and wonderful. But he's a man. And he's a man because every man will pay for anything he desires. If you don't learn to pay the price, we can't get the price. If you don't learn to pay the price, we cannot get the price. I said we learn to discipline ourselves for the sake of the goal and vision. We cannot attain the dream or attain our vision or goal.
Very true.
It takes today we celebrate DSA. I'm having a program with him very soon. That one will make me and some people become enemy. You know, all of us talk about him, right? We talk about him. We are so happy. Oh, this man is wonderful. Nobody is asking right question. Which price did he pay? How long has he been doing this? What has taken him this far? Look at him here. Look at this man here. For him to get this body, it was a deliberate price paid. And also I said, he decided to be dressing in this manner. Wearing this, don't forget, this man is already a Christian at this point. As a matter of fact, he was pastoring underground church now at this point. He was the coordinator of underground church at this point. But he's dressing this way for something reason. They didn't tell me this. I figured it out, and I think that's the reason why behind it. To get people who are not from Africa, to get Europeans, other nations, other people from other nations to start listening to him, he needed the resources that will attract them. And that resources was for him to, he doesn't have a car, he doesn't have money, does not have nice clothes, nothing to show for that attractions, but that was to, the only thing he has is to convert his body. And converting his body became a source of attraction. That attraction is now what is bringing them to him. But he did not stop by constructing his body or restructuring his body. Now, if he has been restructuring or he has converted his body to this, and he keep on wearing agbada, wearing long sleeve, wearing suits, every time he's covering his body, Nobody is even seeing the matured guy, the structure. Nobody will still be, nobody will be, as you dress now, doctor. I don't even know whether you have 6 pack.
On it, we're working on it.
I don't even know whether you have 6 pack or not. But this dress is very beautiful on you. But DSA did not have the money to buy this kind of clothes before. If you had this kind of money to buy this kind of clothes, he will not bother himself for his body. Get this analysis. He got the body. Now I want to tell you the reason why he's dressing this way. He has gotten the body. This is the body. I need this body. Yeah, I got it. Should I now be covering it with clothes? Wearing this kind of your clothes? Even the clothes you will be covering it with, they are tattered clothes. Should I take you back to that picture? Please give me the previous slide. Please, the previous slide where is the one we showed before. Now, the pastor, imagine DSA after having gotten that body, is now wearing. Have you changed the picture, please? Do you have that?
No. Need to pervi katorimi. Yes, we can see the picture.
Imagine DSA having gotten this body, is now wearing. How do you want to know the structure, the aim, the objective of converting his body for the sake of attractions? How do you want to know that he has it? He did not. That does not mean he doesn't wear this once upon a time. But I want to show you the reason why he started dressing, where he's wearing this kind of a thing. Now let's go to the picture we are talking about. Now he started wearing this kind of a dress because the resources he has must not be hidden. Don't hide the resources you have. These resources you are having can be used for 2 things. Let me tell you the aims or objective of it. I don't have any resources. I need to gain respect and honor from people. I need to attract people to myself. I need a good body. He worked on himself, he got it. If therefore, having gotten it, he started wearing that kind of previous clothes, that resource is a waste. So he began to dress this way, to wear this kind of clothes, just for the people to see that he has the resources so that they can come to him. I don't know where I get me, sir.
Very well, very well.
The resources that he has was his body that has been transformed, that is capable of attracting people. Now he has gotten the resources. How do I get to sell these resources, this body? Let me dress in a manner where people can admire these resources. He could have been wearing the previous clothes, and nobody will know he has that kind of resources. But he wear this kind of clothes just to show to them, I have it. And then when they begin to see, everybody began to feel like, oh, I would have loved to talk to this guy. This was the reason behind this dress. Now, I want to show you something. I guess, and I think I may not be right, but it occurs to me that DSA borrowed this place to snap. He actually, some of us in Nigeria, when we enter some places, we quickly take selfie. And when this hotel fine, at their reception, you take selfie, so that people will say you visit. That place. Say I slept there overnight and I went there to go and have meeting with my friends. Now, like, he actually went there to collect a parcel. I guess that this man, he actually deliberately went to this place. You can see that if this guy has gone there to take wine or to relax or to enjoy himself, he wouldn't need to post like this. He wouldn't need to be.
He has to come and defend himself.
And I'm telling you, we are trying to hear that DSA he wasn't here. He only saw this place as a fine place. Like, come photographer, come. I want snap. Now that place I won't use. Do you know why? See that guy behind him sitting down. That white guy behind him. That guy, you can see that guy is there to relax. That guy is there to enjoy himself. That guy is confidently sitting down and relaxing. DSA actually came here to take picture. In Nigeria, when you go to ShopRite, when you go to mall, when you enter hotels, when you go to airports, when you are privileged to go to airports, those places, you know what you do with your phone? You must take selfie. Or you call somebody, please snap me. When you are driving and you see waterfall, you quickly pose with the waterfall and snap. When you see one roundabout that is fine, you quickly pose there and snap. That was what happened to DSA. You know why? This guy does not have resources. He does not have money to stay in best of the hotels, hire or eat in best of restaurants. But he needed to put something out in order for him to attract people to himself. And therefore, this position you see him, the way he's standing, the way he posed, the way he deliberately stand, you know that it was deliberate arrangement for picture. How then does this relate to being a man? He's a man because he's limited as we are. DSA was limited in resources. Limited not in sense of spiritually. Are you get what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
Not in sense of very limited. No. But it's limited in sense of as being human being. Is subjected to the same process, to the same rules, to the same thing. He is limited. The way we claim we don't have resources to do what God has called us to do, the same way he does not have the resources. Even at this, trying to bring out this mature guy, his body, you can still see that this man here, still does not have nice clothes. You see that trouser? Compare that trouser he's wearing to that knicker that guy is wearing at the back. You can see the difference. You can see that somebody is more richer here. See that trouser? That trouser? They call it sleek. Sleek. In Ubaya, they call it sleek. Sleek are sold at Super. 700 naira. So, this is just we are trying to but this is true.
Yeah, but you're making a very good point, because Dr. Sunday has a book, and the title of the book is "Never Blame What You Lack." Never blame what you lack. That is a book that I don't know how many people have read that book. Okay, yeah, but what you've been saying is so profound, and I think it's good that you're coming from this point, because many times people are prone to blaming what they lack. I don't have clothes. I don't look good. I don't have money. I can't do this because I lack this. I wish to carry out this project of mine, but I don't have this. I lack that. So most times we blame what we lack. But anyone who reads that book would realize that the reason why we don't succeed in life is not because of what we lack, but it's because we don't identify the things that we have already, and we don't know how to use them. We don't maximize what we already have. And what you've been saying thus far, and I just feel like just putting it in my own thoughts, the way I'm receiving it, is that Dr. Sunday knew that he had a body. That was his wealth. He might not have $1 million. He might not have cars, like you said. He might not have anything, but he had a body. And his body was his wealth. So all he had to do was just to convert that wealth. And what did he do? By going to the gym, he converted his wealth, the body that he has, and he converted it into a resource that he used to achieve his goal. So that's a very profound message you're giving to us, Mr. Israel. I don't know if you know how deep it is, but it is very, very, very deep. That we should stop blaming what we lack. That even what we think that does not mean anything, like for example, my body. Who would have thought that this skin, your body, was a resource? But Dr. Sunday, I don't know how he figured it out, but he figured that, okay, even if I'm timid, even though I have all of these complexes, but I have a body. And at least I can go to the gym, I can carry some irons, and I can shape myself, look like a man, walk on the streets. And like you said, all the Russian girls will be saying, wow, wow, wow. So you always have something to achieve what God wants you to achieve in life. And that is exactly what you've been saying to us, Mr. Israel.
Yeah, you really got my point, and you are able to help me to put it more in perception. And I'm also saying that not only did he convert his body, he also learned to use his resources that have been the body he has. He also learned how to use this to achieve his goal. You will see his goal. His goal was actually not because he needed to have this structure. He needed to penetrate and to talk to people. He needed to have people being attracted to himself. The questions that one could ask is, why did he need that? Why did he need somebody to be attracted? He needed to bring them to church. Did you help me find that video, please?
We couldn't get the video, but before you continue to your next slide, I said that Dr. Sunday has to defend himself. So while I was there, I got a message from Dr. Sunday because he's watching, and he had to come out and describe where he was. So what did he say? He said this picture was taken on top of a ship, and it was on a cruise for 2 weeks, and he took the picture there for as a remembrance. So like you said, like so that people can remember that I was there and something like that, or as a remembrance for himself too. But it was on a ship on a 2 weeks cruise.
Easy. Was on a cruise, and he needed to take that. Man himself was on a cruise.
Yeah.
Who paid for it? How did he get the money? We don't know. And how did he get there? We don't know. But we know that he's a brilliant guy. He has won many scholarship and many prizes. So where the money came from could be from that source or whatever take him there. So you can see that this is a man from a world that every one of us is living in, and we think, I am just an ordinary man. I don't have anybody. No money. In fact, I don't even know. There's no way for me. Can we learn something from here? What do you have? First and foremost, I have my body. I am trying to talk to ladies. And I said, if ladies understand the power God has given them, they can rule this world easily. How? If ladies come to understand that their body is not given for sexual pleasure, but that body can be converted to become a resource through which the world can be ruled over. Not to be giving your body to people and know that the way this man used his resources, he did not only convert the resources, he was conscious. He was determined to convert himself and make himself look fitted. Now, having achieved that, he did not only achieve that, he deliberately started dressing in a manner where everyone or people around him will see that I have these resources. And because they could see it, he can therefore achieve his goal. Many of us have a lot of resources. But because we want to prove to be humble, I'm gentle, and I'm not forced, I'm humble. We hide them, we hid the resources. And then you see, Bible says you can't light a candle and put it under bushel. Nobody will see this body this man has been wearing the clothes he was wearing before. How would they be going to be attracted to him if the same clothes he was wearing before is the same clothes he's wearing now? But when the man dressed like this and he walk on the streets, everybody wants to get number. Can I talk to you, please? Can we be friends? You understand me?
Yeah, I think that, yeah, like we had a slide show of your next slide, the third slide. I think where you were talking about why he began to dress well. Yeah, in the
Yeah.
I think you had it in the third slide. I'm not very sure, but yeah, but you can continue.
Okay. So now this way, it shows me that when men were boys, what did he do with his own? He was just, I don't know how old he was here, but I just call him when men were boys. He was able to achieve this at his age by two things: converting his body, turning to become a resources. Because he's a man, he's also limited as a man in sense of man. Nevertheless, we are not limited in terms of spiritual. But God wants us to learn from him that this guy is a man. He was once upon a time limited in resources. Limited in resources. Let's go to the next slide, please.
Yeah, we have it. We have it.
This work was used to save many souls. You see? You see what I'm talking about? He did not just get swag in order for him to have many girls. He didn't just, I just don't know. I don't know. I feel like this man himself does not know the force that was pushing him. But he was taking the right decision just for the generation that is coming to learn from him how is right, how they're supposed to live. How they're supposed to convert everything they have. Just convert everything you have for your purpose. You see this man DSA was converting everything he has. Both body, do I have a clothes? Okay, my clothes must be used for the sake of my purpose. He was converting everything. The swag that he was having at that point could have been used to do many things. One, that swag will have enriched him. Enrich him in a way that he will move around with fine girls, rich girls. He will become their boyfriend. They will take care of him. You know that. That will have enriched him. That will have made him become a man of the girls. He will have used this swag to become the man of the girls. But he decided to use this swag to win souls. And how did he do it? DSA will go out, and then many girls, because of this body, many girls were coming to him. Right? And when they come to him, he will invite this one and say, okay, I would love to see you. Can we meet at this place, this time? This one come, he will invite many of them. They were thinking that he was inviting them for a date, or he was inviting them for a dinner. He wanted to come and have a fun or something. Or they are all excited, but he will talk to different guests differently. So when he will have gotten to he will have gotten to the fellowship ahead of them, call the brothers, and he will speak to the brother. Look, these people are coming. When they come, just I will be inside. I will be taking them. You will just help me handle. Many guests will come at the same time to that venue, and he was using that to win souls. Now, one could have said, I don't have anything. Okay, let me tell you some of the things we have that we don't know. Voice. I have a loud voice. My voice is loud. When I speak, it's like lion is roaring. How am I using that voice? What can I do with it? This man has shown me that. There was a time I used to desire to be tall. I want to be tall, but I think I'm taller than DSA actually. But he has used that body, as small as it is, converting it to become a kind of tools for the sake of the kingdom. Many of us has a lot of things we don't know how to convert them. But I also want to bring one thing very important out of this. I want to bring it out to us that DSA is a man. Why? Because if he has not been a man, all he needed to do is for him to just tell God, as I go out now, everyone I lay my hand on, they must receive their healings. Anyone I meet, they must receive their healing. You will have gone out to do that. But God wants us to learn from him that he's a man. He also needs to learn how to convert his own resources to something that can be used in the kingdom. Now, look at this one here. And you agree with me that the dressing changes. I don't know. DSA need to also send another mail to us. The previous picture he took, where he was wearing long, must have been taken earlier. These ones are taken later. Because there's a change in the way he dresses now. It changes because his body is now structured. And for him to begin to use that body as a tool for evangelism, he can no longer be putting this body under clothes. He can no longer hide the body. He must begin to make it to be seen, so that it can begin to become a source of attraction. So this is swag here. Not so. When you see the swag, I want you to also note that I see a kind of correlation within system of positioning, body positioning, standing and posting for pictures. This man was deliberately doing what he was doing, dressing the way he was dressing, and then appearing the way he was appearing because of the goal and ambitions of winning souls to the kingdom. That is the man DSA for you. The man DSA was a man who convert everything he has for the sake of the future, of his purpose.
Yeah, spot on.
The man DSA was a man who will live in 3-bedroom for years just for him to build a kind of apartment where kingdom teaching life can be transformed. That is a man DSA is. A man who think, I know his pattern of thinking is, he think systematically in line with his own calling, with his assignment. Whatever he does, decision he made, including dressing, structure, body, or stuff, is making them in line with what God has said to him and what he is doing for God per time. Are you getting what I'm saying now?
Awesome.
He's doing everything. He's doing everything. His time, his relationship, his interaction, his talk, dressing, eating, whatever he's doing, is in line with one thing, purpose. Does he align with my purpose? And therefore, if a man will go to gym and structure his body to make it this way, is because the man is thinking of what do I have that I can use to win the soul for the kingdom. These people are white people. They hate me as a black man. They call me a monkey. How can I get them to come to me? They love guys with this kind of structure. I'm going to convert my body to that, and I will use it to win soul for the kingdom. You get what I'm saying now? There are many beautiful sisters on this platform watching now that have been admired on Facebook. What is coming to admire you on Facebook? You think it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity. Let him come to your fellowship and come and see. Tell him about Jesus. Let him use that platform and become born again. This man was able to use what he has to achieve that. We can use everything we are having to achieve our purpose. Nobody is lacking. There's no lack anywhere. We just do not know how to convert our resources to what is available or what we need. Let's go to the next slide, please.
Amazing. All right, let's go to the next slide. But before we go to the next slide, Mr. Israel, like I told you, Dr. Sunday is also watching the program, just in case people don't know. So, and as you speak, and he confirms some of the statements, and to also clarify. So he got a message across right now as we're having the live program that that previous picture where he was on a ship on a cruise, it was actually he said it's an award that he received he received.
Just give me a clap there. I got that one. I knew that guy cannot afford it. He must be an award. I knew that.
You're a real psychologist. So he said it was my award as the best graduate of my university, as one of the top first class graduates in the USSR. Just so so that you know that your line of thought is spot on. That it was not his money that did that.
I told you. I said this man cannot afford that thing. For him to go on cruise, where will he get the money? He doesn't have money. See his trouser now. See his trouser. See the trouser where he wear. See the top. That thing, the total package where that man wear that place cannot be more than 1,700 naira. I can tell you that. I'm telling you the truth. If you want me to put, I will just like it.
Well, we're going to go to the next slide, but let us see the picture again so that at least let's see the second
that one on the ship.
Yeah, on the ship, so people will see the picture, and then we can go to the next slide that you wanted us to see. So let's see the one where exactly this is the picture when men were boys.
The one at the top.
Yeah, when
the top is carrying.
Yeah, when men were boys. We can see the picture now. So this picture, it was on a ship on a cruise, but it was a sponsored cruise that he got as an award for being the best graduating student.
I told you that this man cannot afford that money.
You are correct.
So he was maximizing every opportunity here. Say, I must take picture. When I snap me, people must see that I come here. And then look at this. I tell you, this clothes, this top, past 200 naira for Nigeria. This top we wear for super. This trouser, they should not be angry, but that was the man.
Yeah.
That was the man before he became this man.
Yeah.
Look at this trouser here. This trouser na 500. That's 700. This trek, this shoe in the wear, na 1K. na 1K for super. So that alone, the whole dressing is done at 7.
Wow.
Best
amazing.
Without money.
Amazing. This is a great journey.
Money or no money. Hard work took him to the point of recognition.
Beautiful.
Discipline gave him opportunity to have a cruise that he could not pay for.
Beautiful.
What excuse do I have really? What excuse do I personally have? If hard work can open doors for a man, this man didn't get to this ship because he performed miracle on campus. Because he's the most anointed, right?
No.
But hard work, process, discipline took him and opened this door for him. If this can happen to a man, if this door can be open for a man, then no man should be able to, no one should give any excuse. If you don't know how, we can seek knowledge to know how.
Beautiful.
And then you can explore DSA YouTube messages books without finding out how. Cannot explore it without finding out how. So I think I got that very well, and I knew it that this man, no way, he no get that money.
Great.
I knew that he's a brilliant student. He must have won that award basically because he has performed excellently, and this award has been given to him. I've never heard it from him anywhere before.
Beautiful.
Now
let's go to the next slide. All right. So we can begin the conversation here. We can continue.
The boy is becoming a man.
Yeah.
Now there's a change in his look here.
He's smiling.
I think he's now working somewhere, or he has started ministry, or maybe this is his time he's working in the, maybe DSA council tell us if this is his time he's working in the, what I call it, in TV station. Maybe this is the time, or he's already starting, but ministry never they pay here. Ministry never they pay. So but things are changing. Suits, don't have suits. And I can see the belly, the tummy is no longer the way it was in the previous picture. The size is already has increased. What that body structure needed to do has been done with, has been achieved. The boy must move away from being a boy to become a man. You understand? When he was a boy, he needed that body to win souls, to gain attentions, but he cannot stay there. That is not what he needed forever. If he's still using that kind of body at some certain age of his life, he will become a nuisance, a deviant. That body will no longer attract people to him, rather, he will begin to scare people away from him. So things are getting better. He's now moving away from wearing that armless to putting on suits and a nice tie. He's now looking pastor, he's looking pastor, straight pastor, Reverend Father, Holy Spirit, loaded brother. And then this picture is a beginning of DSA journey. It's a beginning of something in his life. At this point, I guess I'm guessing right, that is either he has started ministry or he's working at TV station at this point. Because this suit, this shirt, it's not that he's already rich, but income they're coming. Yeah, something is coming to this man's pocket. Compared to the first, his fine boy na struggle. If you compare that to the first place where the fine boy wey they do for there, the fine boy that is doing there. Sorry for using broken on this program. You know why I'm doing that is because I really I don't want it to look very too serious, spirit filled, anointing filled program. No, I want us to be a rapport, a laughing program. So this man is no longer that boy we saw that needed to get his body structure changed for winning souls. He's moving away from being that boy to become a man, and then we can now begin to see a difference in his tummy. Look at his tummy here. The tummy is already pushing the thigh. You can see his shoulder is wider compared to the previous picture. If you go to this previous picture and look at this one, you see that the shoulder is bigger than the before. You can check out the neck here, and the neck in the previous picture, the neck is thicker. Yeah. So this man is already eating like pepper soup somewhere, or I mean, you could afford to buy maybe burger somewhere with coke
Or Unkobi.
or coffee. Okay. So this man is already having money, little money to do something to buy food, and then you can see the journey of a man. I'm just trying to take. If I had access to those pictures from I would have taken us from his story, but I try to create imagination on our head, so for us to see how he started moving.
You're doing a great job.
So look at the man. At this point, I'm thinking maybe this man he's already married, because this chick look like a married man chick.
DSA has to confirm this one.
And then even Dr. Aruchika, it's not the same, because your whole chick look like a single man, and if you compare with this chick, it look like somebody that's is no longer worried about what to eat. I don't know how you eat, but I know you are thinking of how when I'm going to finish this service. So before I cook, before I eat. Or this man is no longer the man I think of. Maybe somebody is already cooking for him. Maybe it may not be wife, it may be the housemaid or something. The cheek is coming out, the tummy, the shoulder. Things here are showing that the boy is becoming a man. But let me also say to you, it's not yet the man we see today.
Definitely.
At this point in time, it's still the beginning of his journey towards who DSA is today. It's a beginning. Let's go to the next slide.
But before you go to the next slide, you see, I'm going to jump in again and just make some things, and then we'll go to the next slide. If we compare this picture that you've shown us now and the very first picture that we had when he just arrived, remember, like you showed us, his posture, his face, the way he had to, he used one hand to get a hold of the chair, he used another hand for the book and everything. But let's look at the man here now. See, the chest, shoulders wide, heads lifted high. His hands now, where are they? In his pockets. That shows confidence. And then look at his face, bright, with a bright smile. You see a man that has worked on himself, that has transformed his timidity to some sort of self-confidence. Now, he doesn't need a chair to support him taking a picture.
Yes.
He doesn't need a book to support him. He doesn't need to look down out of complexes and timidity. But look at the smile. His hands now are inside his pocket. So what you're doing, Mr. Israel, is so amazing, because you are showing us the process of change of the man DSA, the transformation from that timidity to what he did, converting his resources of his body, and then informing us the purpose for why he was doing what he was doing for the kingdom. And then we can begin to see the product of hard work, self-development, transforming yourself, building self-confidence to a man now that we can see that he's still looking very young, but we can see a man that is going through the process of transformation from timidity to boldness, to courage, to smiling, to having a picture now. My hands in my pockets, my chest out, heads lifted high, shoulders broad. Now, I'm not that timid boy that just came from a domila, but I'm a guy now that has worked on myself and I've built confidence in myself. The process.
Thank you very much, Dr. and Pastor Anu. When you did a good job, I'll be adding the two titles together. You just helped me to remember that I thought of linking this picture to that previous one. Mama. Now, things that have changed here. This man is an opposite of the man we saw in the first place.
Yeah.
To prove to anybody I'm a brilliant guy by holding book.
True.
All right? Doesn't need to rest on a chair to gain confidence. Doesn't need to cross his leg to express his handsomeness or his right posture. Now, I am a man. I feel like standing up, but you won't see me when I stand up. I am a man right now. You see, right now, I am just a man. I'm not a man. So this is what he's doing here. Yes, he is expressing himself from the angle of being a man who has attained the position of confidence. Not longer the man that we used to know, who happened to be a timid, low self-esteem person. Confidence is written all over him. See how he smiles here. If you go up, can you go to my first picture, please? Now, before you go at his smile here, and come to this first picture and look at his face. Can you see, sir?
Yes, we're going to that's his young picture when he first came. The first
from Africa. Check out the looks
yes.
and the combination.
We can see the picture now.
Look at his face here. Do you see any smile on him? Did you see the way his eyes are positioned? If you come back to the one we are talking about right now, can you see his smile? Can you now see the way he's smiling now? Can you see where he's? I can't hear you.
Now we are in the boy is becoming a man.
Yes.
Yeah.
The boy that we saw, you can see there has been a change. But before we did the boy becoming a man, it was a process.
That's true.
It was not living. Now take note of the way I want to put this statement so I can understand it. It was not. This boy becoming a man is wasn't a process. It's not a product of accidents. It wasn't a product of I just live and I found myself there. It was a process of deliberate transformation of self.
True.
And of course, through the time when the boy began to gym, constructing his body, training himself, developing himself, studied very hard. The guy who could not speak Russian became one of the first class students in that school. You can see the process. Now he has passed through that process. How many years? We don't know. We don't know how many years it took him from that day. Which DSA just tell us how many years now. DSA, please, I know you are watching us. Tell us the year. It took him from that day, from that first picture we saw, and this one. So that people can understand that we cannot jump process.
Yeah.
Anyone who jump process is like you are jumping to lagoon. You are going to self-destroy yourself. Process. The man is now confident of himself. The man cannot stand for himself. He cannot defend himself. He has something to talk about. He has something to fall back on. He has something to explain. But before he came to this point, how? The question is how? How did he come here? How many years it took him to work on himself, to deal with timidity, low self-confidence, being black in a nation where they hate a black man, different things working against him. How has it come to a point where he can confidently stand before camera? He doesn't need to post his leg the way he was posting it before. He doesn't need to wear armlets to show I have something to sell. I am a total product. I am a self-made person. I am ready. I am available. I am useful to you. This is what we saw here.
Beautiful.
As the boy is becoming a man.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Let's go to the
Next slide.
This is men's role. Are we there, please?
Yeah, we can see Dr. Sunday and Paris clearing snow.
A man.
Yeah.
Man called DSA. So this man have time to do homework. So when they work for house, I think say well, don't let me speak broken because many people don't understand it, and I know some white people are watching. I actually wanted to just men that attain his position like this in Nigeria, they only stay in the room. They do nothing. They wake up, somebody wash their car, somebody cook for them, iron their clothes, everything. All they do is, in fact, I know of a man that somebody spoke about. The person who spoke about him happened to be his friend. He said they wear shoe for him. He would say like this: his housemaid will bring the shoe, they wear it for him. They'll first clean, as they bring the shoe now, they'll first use handkerchief to clean his leg, wear his socks, wear his shoe.
What is I think he's handicapped, Abby.
And I'm talking about a bishop in Nigeria.
No, he can be a bishop, but maybe like his hands are not effective and
Handicap. He said when the man who spoke about him was Pastor Chudibakari. Pastor Chudibakari said, I went to his house, we are prepared to go for administration, and I saw this man sitting down, and housemaid are the one wearing his shoe, wearing his socks for him. And I asked him, why are you allowing them to wear your shoe? Okay. Pastor Chudibakari said the guy came to him, wanted to wear his shoe for him. He said, what is the problem? Why you want to? Now I said, no, sir, I'm supposed to wear your shoe for you. Why? Before you know it, he saw this man came out of his room, and they're wearing his socks and his shoe for him. And he asked, why do you want them to wear? He said to him, we are kings. And he asked him, what about those ones who are wearing that shoe for you? Who are they? So they are slaves. Because you are kings, they should wear your shoe for you. So I'm just giving you a picture of anyone who have reached his level, the kind of life they live. But here is snow, feed up their house. The man pick shovel, back in it. You know, in Nigeria, we don't pack snow, we sweep. We deal with dust here, you deal with snow. Are you getting me now? We deal with dust, you deal with snow. This man is like a man who wake up in the morning, he pick broom and is sweeping the compound. This is a man. He's a man because we can see vividly a man who is not only a man, but a man to his son, a mentor to his children.
well said, well said.
Showing that boy, he's showing that boy something there. Now look,
Must be responsible.
this is how a man ought to live. You don't tell them, you show them. You don't tell them that don't steal, don't do this, don't be lazy. Show them when they see you that you are not lazy, they will but follow the paths. Man, you can't live in a house of a man who always see reading. You grow up in that house, you're always busy, someone is busy reading somewhere here, everybody is busy doing something, and you want to be sitting down with games. You don't need to tell them. They would know that in this house, all we do is everybody must be busy doing something.
Yeah.
Something productive. So this man is living a role of a man. You know, remember we were talking about DSA, the man DSA. He's living a role of a man to his own son. I definitely wanted to see that because don't not think it's only being a man as a nation transformer, revivalist, or whatever, is also a man to his own son, to his own children. He's a man. He's a man who tried to picture, to show to his child that, look, this is how a man ought to live. You know, both of them are holding shovel there. Both of them are holding shovel. Why is other children out there, those ladies are not there? It's deliberate. It's deliberate. What he's doing is deliberate. He wanted to teach that guy something. He wanted that guy to learn something from that. And so, the man DSA is a man also to his own son, in order for him to teach his son how best and how a man ought to live. I don't want to have something before we next one.
Beautiful. I think you've said it well. You've said it very well. We can move to the next one. Very well.
Yeah, the next one. Does he even eat? One could have think maybe this man does not even eat. Maybe how does he have time? You know, I have a friend in Nigeria there. You may be watching now. Who called me and said, that DSA, does he even have time to eat at all? Always working, always eating online. Me too, I don't know that how he live his life. He will do programs every week. He's releasing books every week now. He has church. He attend. He will go to church service. He will, I don't know, many things. Yet, where does he have time to eat? When I caught him eating here, I think this one I'm seeing on it before him is food.
he's battling. He's very. You can see he's very focused.
And then this man is. I know some people are talking there. This is a dinner at HMT. This is a dinner at HMT. Some people are talking there, and then I watched this video live. I saw how DSA was so busy with his food. I saw him. So look at him. He's seriously battling without food. And then I get to know that this man is a man. He's a man. Man in that sense does not mean gender. He's talking about he's a human being. This man is a human being. So he eats. But things have changed though. Look at the shirt here.
Yeah.
Look at it. Look at a lot of things he's sitting down on to eat. If you can see the food, I did not extract the picture of a dining table I saw. I would have loved to show that picture of a dining table where he was sitting with his family. Beautiful dining table. If you are not hungry and you sit down at that table, you'll be hungry.
Immediately, appetite immediately.
Appetite just comes. Can I have? You just want to eat on that table. But I just wondered. Said, look, well, look at the shirt this man is wearing here. This shirt is no longer that 200 naira polo I talk about. This one here, this shirt here. Where I'm looking at it there, I don't even know the price. Maybe around that maybe 150, 300, 400, 500, 1,000, whatever amount dollars it is. It is. But this shirt is not the small money dot shirt. He can now wear nice shirt. He can now eat from a nice dining table, eating nice food. He didn't get here overnight. This man did not get here just praying and wishing and declaring. It was a process. And also, with every 24 hours we all have, you still have time to eat. If he's eating, he has time to eat, then this man is a man. This man is a man. I want us to see that this man is actually a man. He can eat. Next slide, please. Are we there, please?
Yeah.
Does he feel tired? Very, very important. I needed to ask us that question.
Does he ever feel tired?
Does he ever feel tired? Look Look at him here. This is a face of a tired man. I know, DSA talk, as in, word is his power. He has one weapon, word. He has word in his mouth that are so powerful. They are powerful than releasing bullets on you. Yes, he has kind of word. He has word that Bible described Jesus like he did not teach them like Pharisees, but he was teaching them with authority. Why the Bible say that? It wasn't because he was commanding them, you go there, you no. His word carry power. So DSA have that kind of word in his mouth. Word that can put a whole nation into chaos. And word that can put peace to any chaotic situation. He has such a word, and I'm driving you to somewhere to see that a man who release such amount of power every time he talk. And you take note of something about DSA. Take note of something. Every time he manifests and use and he speak, and you see that kind of power coming out of his words, he doesn't repeat words. It's not that he's out of word. So you have to be saying something you have said before. So you have to say something. It's like when you hear him tomorrow, it's like, I've never heard this man before. So this man has power in his mouth. He has words. He has words in his mouth. He has such a word that can make one to think, where does he get it from? How does this now lead to being tired? To produce such word from us, it is not something that happened out of guessing. It's being produced out of inner generating us strength. Men who have such word in them, they are individuals who have taken in so many things. It's a man who take in so many things. So just because he take in so many things, he has words that is able to release. So let's go to the next slide, please.
All right. Good.
Is he all about talk and work? This man also have a time of fun. He has time that he play. He has time that he has cash fun. He has time that he also play around with people. He's also a man who has time that he also play. Next slide, please.
Beautiful.
Oh, sorry. Okay. The next slide.
I am not always as busy as you may think.
Okay. Now look at this. I lost my flag. Okay. Look at this picture. Look at this picture. I don't have much time. I'm just going to show us something there. See this man called Bamishile at the front.
Bamishaye Victor.
Bamishaye leading that dancing step. I see DSA at his back. I can see Mayowa. I can see Pastor Bosse. Dr. Anu, maybe he's the one taking the picture. It's not showing, but he must be hiding somewhere. Look at him. He's not as busy as you think. You all have time for fun. This is ceremony time.
Yeah, this was his 50th birthday.
Look at ceremony time. Look at DSA on his palm slippers. On the this man is wearing nika here. He's wearing three-quarter here. The man who gave me this picture told me that he was in that place with him. He said this woman that was sitting down there, that woman has problem with his leg. When DSA came into this place to greet them, the woman wanted to stand up. DSA said no. He just went on his knee and he was greeting that woman. He said the woman was just crying. But that's not my own story. My story is, so DSA they wear palm. The man that will come out with fine shirt, fine shoes, right? So he's also natural. He wear palm, he wear three-quarters. And I can still see a man who is keeping his body fit. He's still keeping his body fit.
No,
No more time.
before you move to the next slide, I think it's good that you weigh in, just weigh in on that picture that you chose. It's great. I don't know how you got that picture. I don't know who sent it to you, but where Dr. Sunday was kneeling, towards that lady, I think it's a good thing that you weigh on it. And why am I saying that? It is because it is. I mean, I don't know where you will find someone like that has the kind of status or impact that Dr. Sunday has. Look, this is a picture where he was literally on his knees before this woman. What does that show us about the man, DSA? Apart from the palm, but just for people to see the man DSA behind all of the, like you said, the jacket, everything. But people, this kind of things happens a lot, but people don't get to see it because there is no need for video camera and saying, look at how DSA is acting, or look at how he went on his knees for this woman. But somebody around, maybe DSA knew or he did not know, but someone just captured that moment and saved it. So I think it will be a good thing for you to weigh in. What does that picture denote? What does it communicate? What can we learn from it?
Let me tell you the history behind this picture. The person that sent it to me did not even know that I'm having a program. In fact, did not declare this program before this person sent it to me. And the reason why he sent it to me was he was trying to thank me for what I was doing with DSA, and he said, many people are saying rubbish online. They don't know this guy. Now, this guy that sent this picture is not living in Ukraine. He traveled all the way from UK to Ukraine for a HMT children. He took all his children for that HMT from London to Ukraine. And on their arrival, that was when DSA came out to welcome them. When DSA came out to welcome, all of them stood up to welcome and greet him, but this woman could not stand because she was having issue with her leg. But the woman intended to stand so that she also can greet. DSA just jumped on his knee and said, "Don't stand up," and began to. He said the woman was weeping profoundly that this man can go on your knee. See, let me tell you, I'm not idolizing DSA. I'm a very radical human being. Very, very. This man has shown me what it means to be a human being. I don't understand to be a human being is not to be having oxygen, to can talk, you can do this. No, that all those things animals can do. But to be human being, the virtues, characters that shows a man who will never see you down, never see you are too low, you are too. Which of the Nigerian GO will do this for you? Which of them? Mention one. Don't be sentimental here. Just tell me one that you will come. Can you even see them? Can they even come out to welcome you? You are going to be staying in the lobby, and when they finish dressing, the entourage will come. They will clear the way. They just go to the pulpit and minister. And after they finish ministering, the entourage will send them out. Can you even see them? But this is a man on his knee. I saw another picture where he was kneeling down for an old woman in the church. I saw another picture where he was. This is a man. And I'm not talking about just ordinary man. I'm talking about a man who have entered United Nations main room to talk to them. We have been to United States chamber.
Yeah.
We have been to Japan chamber. We have been to several places that is areas where the people who can enter there, they are top of the world. And this is a man laying down for just this man. The man DSA is a man with virtues.
Very true.
I think what differentiates him from us, from me personally, is the virtue he carries. We are of the same mind. Today I was looking at our picture. My wife was saying, "Why do you not resemble this your mentor so much?" I said, "Maybe we related something I never know because I'm from Abeokuta, he's from Ijebu, and our village is not far from each other. Maybe well, I don't know, but I'm saying it's something that's a virtue in this man that make him to be a man."
Because in
I cannot.
in our culture, you're going to move nothing because in our culture, Dr. Sunday had a picture where he knelt down for Pastor Bosse, and he got a feedback from another pastor from maybe Nigeria, and the pastor said, hey, Pastor Sunday, how would you go on your knees for your wife? On the pulpit where everybody's watching? Don't you know that you're a man of God? You are a man. How would you go on your knees? And Dr. was saying, what is this thing? I'm going on my knees for my wife. I'm honoring her. So now that is him going on his knees for his wife. And if you know Dr. Sunday, you see how he honors not just his wife, but how he honors women. And Dr. Sunday's honor for women is in another. It's like that can be something that people have to study separately. But just see now Dr. Sunday going on his knees now, not for his wife or for maybe his grandmother or for his grand auntie, but just for a visitor who he had never met before.
Never.
The visitor came for that event, and he came to greet them, welcome them himself, and then he saw the state of the woman, and then went straight on his knees. No. Because our culture will say no, as a man you cannot do that. That you are betraying manhood, the manliness.
You are betraying the manhood. That is exactly what we are saying.
But the honor that he has is just a thing that everybody must learn. That humility. But you can. That's just what I wanted to add. So you can continue, sir.
Thank you very much, Doctor and Pastor Anu. I appreciate your contribution on that. We also have to look at it from that angle of a man who honors all men. DSA will say, "Thank you, sir," to me. I was like, does this man even know me? Does he know that in Nigeria here, I can't shake the pastor? Where? How? How will I get to? In fact, it doesn't even cross our mind to shake them because we cannot shake them.
Can you find them?
Where? Where will you find them? They are unreachable. God is even closer. But God, we can reach God closer than them.
Even though that God is spirit or God is far, Rabbi.
God is even though God is, I can hug God. Their God is closer to me than they are closer to us. We are in the same flesh together. They are just too far. And the reason is you don't need to see the man of God, you can see the assistants. They will attend to you. Of course, the assistants will attend to you. But why is the man too far? They don't even enter service until sermon time. It's when they want to preach, they come into service. So when they come in, they just preach, and after the service, after the sermon, they share grace and go. Well, let's go to the next slide, please.
All right.
When his sense of dressing is a wow. I can't bring many of his pictures there, but I think this man, things have changed. Look at this table behind him where he's wearing suits. You know what that table was? The man that was wearing shoe, shirt, and trouser of 1,700 that has put the price down all time. Look at where he's taking picture. I know this place is not a borrowed place, as a borrowed jet. I mean, a cruise that time. This is his own house. He snapped this picture in his own house. Look at the suit this man is wearing. This suit, no be here. This is not ordinary suit. This is a 3-piece suit. It's a standard suit. And also note that this man deliberately designed or create his own fashion. There are so many combinations that are very rioting. Why am I going to wear yellow, wear pink? I mean, which one is this color? Wear blue on it. There are colors that are not, but he's a man who defined his own world and he lived there. He created his own prison. He put himself there and locked the door, and he will throw the key into the ocean. The same way is a man who creates his own fashion. Look at that clothes. In fact, I'm feeling like dressing like this. It's just a on garments. They make I dress like this. Look at it, that yellow, that what is the color of this one now?
It looks greenish.
Green and blue. I mean, wonderful, clean, attractive, shiny, outstanding. You know, DSA said one day he entered church and one person was trying to correct and said, DSA, don't dress like this. This is a bad dress. Said, okay. Among people that are here, who did you notice? Those that dress well, did you notice them? But me, I dress bad. And you know what you notice? This is a man who creates his own world.
That's true.
And somebody will learn from this man and live your life. Live your life. Create your world. Don't ever you think, they don't do it that way, no. Don't be that way. I mean, at his own status, he should even have somebody who manages his wardrobe. People of his caliber, they have somebody specialist who tell them what to wear, not what not to wear. But this guy has his own method of putting his clothes together that I've never seen anywhere. People don't dress like that. I say, I mean, you wear yellow, you wear yellow, you wear blue, you wear green.
Color blocking.
Color combination padded. But this dress is outstanding. It's bold dress. It shows. It separates him. It makes him special. So therefore, I saw a man with sense of perfect dressing and a man who creates his own world and he lives his world. And it's either you come to his world or you do away. It's not individual who is being motivated or being influenced by what happened around them. I also want to see this next picture which I'll talk about. The table behind him shows that the level don't change. This is the next level. This table no be small. No be small money. This suit is wearing. Though this picture is also staged, it's not a accidental stage, it's not a standard picture, it's a post picture. And I think the boy in DSA shows here, this leg pattern is the same way with the leg we have been seeing from beginning. The same leg is raising that back leg, showing that this man is a trained journalist. He's so trained that he also knows what it means to posture, what posture means, what standing means, what dressing means. He's a trained, truly trained journalist. His life indicates his professionalism. How the man who preached all over the world did not forget what he was trained to do. I don't know really. I don't know really. So this is a man. Can we go to the next page, please?
All right. Wow.
Next slide, please.
Transformation.
Now, I want you to meet the Jebu Ukrainian man.
Nice one. The Jebu Ukrainian man.
This is the man that we call Jebu Ukrainian. The man who established Jebu in Ukraine, or let me say, they did not give him citizenship, yet they cannot deny him from living in their country. This is a man who comes from Jebu. but he has become a Ukrainian. He could not speak his language anymore. He's now speaking their language. He was born in Ijebu. But he did not even have anything to do with Ijebu anymore. He's now a Ukrainian. DSA, the man, I call Ijebu Ukrainian. Born in Ijebu, but live in Ukraine. Or born in Ijebu.
Born in Idomila, better.
Born in Domila.
Idomila.
Domila village.
Yeah.
But a citizen, it's like they came to born, somebody born a citizen of Ukraine in Domila. It's like you are born in Ukraine, but you are not sent to live to be a Ukrainian. You are sent to be an Idomina. So I wanted to see a Yoruba man who rises from this darkness, dark continent, who rises from this dark continent and rose to the point where he produces 30% of the parliament of a nation called Ukraine.
Okay.
He changed the whole nation. He led revolution of orange revolutions that brought democracy back to the nation. A man from a village, from this dark continent. If a man dies from here, Africa does not have any excuse. Africa can become a great nation. He didn't go there to look for a job, to be serving as a waiter or as toilet cleaner. He went there to bring revival and to bring a change to that nation. This is a man, and a dominant man, who Ukrainians cannot deny his impact.
That's true. One
day DSA played a video in last year's HMT of a song he listened to about drug abuse that triggered the need to rescue people addicted to drugs. When I was watching that video, I wasn't moved. But when DSA stopped the video, I said, that was the video that led me to taking responsibility for that problem. I was weeping. How a man from another country is taking responsibility on behalf of another nation. Many of us who run away from this country, we are only going there to go and look for a job, get money, buy car, send it to him. He went there, he was taking responsibility for their problems.
Very true.
See, a man like us is a man like us. How did he do it? Process. We saw where he started from. Let's go to the next slide.
Wow.
Time will not. Next slide, please.
Yeah.
This contagious laugh said. Time will not allow him to tell us about this laugh.
No, you can weigh in on it. Weigh in on it. Just say some things about his contagious laughter. I think you'll be good.
But let me tell you something, eh? I couldn't get videos. I couldn't cut those videos. I would have loved us hearing him laughing. I don't know where this man get that kind of laugh from. If it's a pretentious laugh, it could have been so obvious. You will see it on his face. But this one, he will even laugh and raise his hand. He laughs. He laughs from the depths. From inside, he laughs like somebody who doesn't even have problem. He laughs like somebody who ever have any issue in his life. And one thing about his laugh is you can't listen to his laugh and not laugh. You know when I say your laugh, they make me laugh. How he laughs make us to, you will just feel like, who is this man? Why is it? What is happening? So this laugh is so contagious that you will be laughing yourself when you are looking at him. There are so many pictures here that depict how DSA laughs. See, look at him here. Look at where he's raising his hand. Look at where he's holding his head. And his laugh sometimes, his position of laughing also sometimes shows what is loving at. If he's laughing at the foolishness of people, there's a way he laughs. If he's laughing at somebody responding to his comment out of ignorance, there's a way he laughs. If he's laughing to be sorry, if you see that place where he's holding his head, that place is laughing, and is laughing to be sorry for. Maybe he's laughing to be sorry for Nigerians. See, I'm sorry for Nigerians. So he's laughing to be sorry here. If you see where he's raising his hand, this place where he's raising his hand and looking sideways, he's actually laughing here to be, is this possible? He's laughing there to say, is this possible? That's what that laugh means there. If he's laughing, look at the major laugh where they have the picture of him laughing at the top. The major picture that shows very well. This one is a laugh of something funny. He was laughing, and then all his laughs are those laughs that come from within. Let's go to the next slide, please. Next slide, please.
All right.
The next slide is, believe me, he also has feelings. Wow.
It will be good to talk about this. Talk about it very well.
Yes, I am going to talk about it. One will begin to wonder that this spiritual man, does he even have any feelings at all? We caught you DSA here. We caught DSA here. Look at him, that expression here showing that this guy also has feelings. He also has feelings. He's holding his wife. This is Pastor Bosse, and this man also has blood in his vein. This man has blood in his vein. He has emotion. This man also, you get what I mean? He also have what it means to be romantic. This is his wife here. And then he also, the Bible says Jesus was tempted in all ways. But this man is not being tempted by this woman because this is his wife. This is not temptation here. But this is an expression of feelings. Expression of feelings for him. So this man also shows to us that he's not only a man that is spiritual, but also a man with feelings. And he's also a man of a wife. A man of a wife. A man who also has given us the opportunity to know that I am not only here out there talking to people every day, I also have a woman that I'm concerned about. This is his wife, and this is showing to us that he also is an husband of a woman. He's an husband of a woman. So this is what I really want to hear, that also that DSA, if you look at it, I don't know what he's telling that woman, but I know he will be whispering something to him. I love you.
He's a lover. He's a lover boy, Abi.
That lover boy in him. I love you, baby. You see that? Okay. So he's a man. He's a man. He's not only a man, spiritual man, power man, wonderful. He's a man also with feelings. There are times he's also you get to and say, they are how far? How you doing? Say, I'm fine. Say, you are looking cute. Then when you see a lot of greetings, a lot of accolations, a lot of things, the man is saying, bros, how far? And also you can see that he's also a man who is telling us, I have a home. I have a woman in my life. I have a woman in my life. And at this point in time, I can tell you many things, but which I cannot say here. But this man is a man.
Yeah,
He's a man.
when you look at the way we have a lot of spiritual men, especially those Jews. Sometimes one would think that You know, when you watch all those kind of videos where those pastors, they are walking, and as they are walking, people are falling down. You'll be thinking that,
What happened to his
is this how this happen in the house too?
oh,
That,
no,
okay,
no, no.
how do they express themselves to their wives and all of that? You know, they are so spiritual. Do they get to shake or hug their wives or things like that? But
Abi?
I mean, I think the way you brought out this picture just is very good. Dr. Sunday and his wife, Pastor Bosse.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's one of the things I want us to see also there. That he's a man in two ways, a father and husband. A man who has a home. And also he showed that I'm not spiritual. I have feelings. I'm a lover boy. I don't know what that man is telling that woman there.
But
But I
she's
know he's telling
smiling. She's smiling. You see, she's smiling.
she's hearing something that's making her Sunday will near Pamio. You know that I wanted to put something here. I forgot, and that is she's saying Shukami will near Pamio.
What's Sukomi? What does that mean?
Shukami is second name of Dr. Sunday.
Okay.
Is Sunday Shukami Adelaja. So this lady is saying Shukami near Pamio instead of saying Sunday. And you see, because this man is telling her something that's making her so happy. And so he said, baby, you know I love you. You know you are the tea in you are the sugar in my tea, you are the butter in my bread, you are the one.
That one, all the sugar, the sugar in your tea and butter in your bread. Those are primary school lines. If anybody wants, Pastor Bosse had a program, and in our program when she was talking about Dr. Sunday as a family man, she played a video of Dr. Sunday, where Dr. Sunday celebrated I think her 40th birthday. So she played that video. So I think we watched the old video where Dr. Sunday was saying some very, very beautiful words to Pastor Bosse. So anyone who would like to see the romantic side of Dr. Sunday and all of those nice words and everything, I think it would be great if you watch that video with Pastor Bosse. I think that was the last video she played. So you could just go check the subject DSA, family man, and watch that video with Pastor Bosse and see the words that Dr. Sunday used. But before Mr. Israel continues, I'll quickly like to make some announcement because I think gradually we're coming towards the end, I guess, with Mr. Israel. So I want to give the invitation once again for anyone who would like to call into the studio. You could please go to Facebook Messenger and search for Move Agent on Facebook Messenger and write to us that you'd like to contribute to today's subject on the man DSA. The man DSA. Mr. Israel has been giving us a wonderful journey of Dr. Sunday right from his childhood, timid childhood, to Dr. Sunday here being a man right now who has transformed himself into a personality. So if you would like to contribute, it would be great to hear from you. All right. So let's get back to Mr. Israel. It was Vogue.
Now the next video I want to show us, just let me play short because
Okay, so we're moving right now to the videos, right?
just let me play short.
Okay.
Let's play this one, Dr. DSA on a workout with his team.
Right. All right. So we're going to start with the workout video now. There. Do my All right. So please, if you're joining us, you can share. So we want to watch a video of DSA working out with his team. All right. Good. Let's watch it.
Hello, everybody. It's on Adelaja here.
Oh, okay. Mojna Insurance. Show me, please. Okay, I think. Wait. Okay, so Mr. Israel, I think the video that we have first, that we have already here, is the video of Dr. Sunday laughing. So, yeah, so after we play the video of Dr. Sunday laughing, then we'll continue with the workout. So we'll see Dr. Sunday laughing. Just an example of him laughing. Okay.
After the lab. Some people on this platform know why I'm laughing, but I see the laugh. Me, I did. Me, I the laugh, JJ. My own laughter. Me, I don't get anything to do. My own just the laugh. I remember Sarah, the wife of Abraham, the mother of Isaac. So me, I just the laugh. Nothing remained for me to do, but just the laugh. I can't stop laughing, though. Some people on this platform know why I'm laughing. If you have depression, please. If you have depression, please. I have Likasma. That's what we call it in Russian language. I have Panacea. That is a medicine that doesn't fail. It cannot fail. Doesn't disappear. Master key medicine. I have it for you. It's very simple. Go and look for my 7 o'clock program, the one that I just finished 30 minutes ago. Yeah. Go and look for that thing. If you have depression, that depression will be over very fast. And make sure you listen to my interview with the last one I just did with the presidential candidate. And once you finish watching that thing, you make sure that anybody who has depression around you or your country, go and send the video to them, okay? And if that one doesn't heal you very well, go under the comments and read the comments. I bet you wake up very fast. You'll be healed. Healing will come. Healing will come fast, quick. You know now, I started to think maybe I should invite Buhari also. Maybe I should invite President Buhari over this interview. At least it will give some people something to laugh about. That is another. It's a pity I didn't interview Buhari last time, but maybe I can still make it this time. Because I was planning not to invite the old brigade politicians. I was saying I would not invite Buhari and others. But the way this thing is going, if you don't invite them, people will not know who is behind the posters. So. Because sometimes we just see the posters, you don't know what is behind the posters. I think we need these interviews at least to discover for ourselves and to be able to send the video to our relatives who is campaigning for their votes and who is behind the thing. I think I'm going to bring Atiku and Buhari also and whoever is here, Kwasoko or whatever. Let them come talk. We are going to unveil them to Nigerians. I'm still laughing though. In fact, when the laughter began, I had to lock the room. I went to my bedroom. I had to lock the door. My wife was in another room. I locked because you would think that what is wrong with Pastor? My husband don't they lose her more? So that she would not be tempted to think that something is wrong with this man. Though. I just locked all the doors. I locked myself inside. To enjoy my laughter very well. Ah, ah. You know that one. The people are saying they are laughing
All
at
right.
my BBC interview.
we can
This
we
one
can
was
keep
past
listening
BBC.
to. All right, that was just a video of Dr. Sunday laughing. Uh, we can keep listening to his laughter over and over and over and over again. So of course, Dr. Sunday's laughter is very contagious. It's almost very difficult for you to listen to his laughter and not also laugh. Just as Mr. Israel said. All right, so Mr. Israel will go next to the workout or to the working out video that you prepared for us. Okay. All right. So workout da kagda na pragu ke da.
Put them there and they just do their own. I mean, they are Nigerian mindset. Breaking their rate is counterproductive. And you know, the thing with deception is ignorance. You think you are already right.
Thank you so much for watching our videos.
Okay. Mr. Israel, you're there, right? Okay, so we just finished watching Dr. Sunday working out, and I was with him there. I don't know, do you have any comments you want to give about that video, or we go to the next slide?
Yeah. Okay, are we on now?
Yeah, we are on. Like I said, yeah, we just finished watching the video of him working out.
Well, in that video, there's something that I want to point out there.
Okay.
A man at 52, as strong as that. How old am I? I don't know. I don't know what else to tell myself when I saw this video. When people said Dr. Anu is not catching up, I disagree. I disagree. Dr. Anu is just beating the doctor. Because if it's a real thing, he let us do the work. I don't want to beg him and say, Dr. Anu, I'm your man now. But if look at the elegance, look at the physique at his age, still having that kind of strength. I give it to him, please. I give it to him.
Well, I mean, you have to give it double to him, because I'm going to bust your bubble right now, perhaps, because trust me, I'm not the one pitying this man. Oh,
He's not beating you.
That pace we are using to walk, it is his pace. People, anyone who is around here who has had any walk with Dr. Sunday, trust me, that pace there is the one dictating it. That the fast walking is the one.
So he's the one beating you.
I'm telling you, that pace is the one.
That shows to me that this is not just something you wake up to start today.
He was a sportsman.
It's something he has been doing in his life.
I tell you.
I give it to him.
Let me give you something that he told us when we were walking one time, because we were walking so fast. So he was like, that as we're walking like this, it made him remember his young age. That there's virtually no sport that he did not do. He was actually a sprinter. He was a sprinter. He said he was a sprinter. That he ran competition for his university. He was very good. He was also a long jumper. He did long jump. He was also playing football. He said he was very athletic. So that day we were walking very fast, and we were just having discussions, and he was bringing back memories of his young age, that he was very athletic. So now when we go to walk in that is a forest actually, and it's very sandy. Man, you need to see how Dr. Sunday walks. You think he's the one that is 25, and I'm one coming up.
No. That is afraid. In fact, sometimes I was like, maybe this guy don't be human being. Don't be human being. Maybe he just come in, just appear to us like a human being. But so that was like, no man can do this. I mean, this is human being.
Yeah.
He's a man. He's a man like us. But I saw a man who has subjected himself to continual discipline, practicing perfection, coming to the point where we find him part-time.
Yeah.
I was saying, how would a man of 52 be out walking a man of 25?
No, he was walking fast.
When I say, I saw comment on Facebook. We are saying, you cannot even meet up with them. I say, these people are sentimental. That you don't. Why would? So it was the one. You are the one pitying you. Hey, boss. Now, wow.
Let me tell you, before you go to the next video, I'll just give something out there for people who are not here, who don't understand Dr. Sunday. You know, there are many people who come and go with Dr. Sunday. When you're with Dr. Sunday, there are two options. It's either you just say you are coming to become a workaholic and you're ready to work in every term of work, not just physical work, mental work, every kind of work. There's never a time where there is nothing to do or there's no work to do. So it's either you say, okay, I'm 100% in and I'm ready to give my all to work. Sometimes I won't be, maybe I'm tired, I'm about dozing, but I'm still working, I'm still typing, I'm still doing something. Or you just say, DSA, thank you.
I beg, don't me.
And you run away. Those are the two things. So it's either you get into his workaholic and his tenacity, or you run away. Those are the two options.
So it's not mystery when we see products, result around him.
Yeah.
Result, they are not born out of mystery.
Yeah.
You know, Nigeria take us to say the result you see me having today did not give it to me, was not given to me by man. It was given to me by God himself. They print their results that is born out of mysterious happenings. So we could not really understand the process. We also were running after the miracle that bring result. But this is a man that I present to us today, a man who gets his result following the process. Want to be fit? You must learn to exercise your body.
Yeah, exercise, yeah.
Fasting does not make you fit. No. If you fast, you can become tiny and unhealthy. You want to be healthy, fit, get stamina, exercise. Next video, please.
All right, let's go to the next slide and then the next video. Okay, so the man DSA at 25 years old.
This is a long video. We have to make it, cut it.
Yeah, maybe just 1 minute or 2 minutes from the video.
But I would also let me show the last place where he was sitting down outside.
Let's say the later part of the video. All right. So we're getting the video ready.
Will be witnessed by you also, maybe through the video cassettes, something like that. People are still enjoying themselves right now, but we must just thank God for everything, that everything has come to a good end, and the long time of loneliness has come to an end, and the bachelor life is finished and parted with forever. And now we are tired, as we call it, it's a married man. And we are thanking God because this marriage is going to be blessed. Wonderful my God. Civilian Ocean Riders, the Bagadan International, Bogo, Sam, Catholic, Estou civilian,
Wow, look at DSA.
It's like that in school now. A training for people to dance. Adelaja, we are really very grateful to friends and well-wishers, and we are also very grateful to God for making everything possible and working out well. We really want to say hello to people at home, and we really wish you are witnesses. We really wish we can take to Nigeria, and though you people are not around, but we believe that you are well. And we just believe that everything done.
All right. You wanted us to pause it right there, right?
Something.
Yeah.
Just I want to say something now.
Okay. We're listening.
This guy is an handsome. I tell you. He's not handsome now that he has money. Even when the hustle was hot.
He was 25 years old then, my age.
Look at this handsome guy.
Wow.
I'm a guy, I trip for him. Look at him. And he has this manner of expressing himself. Shows that he actually knows what is. He has that gift of words. Here he's talking. I saw an handsome guy. Handsome. I don't know how girls are feeling for him at this point. I don't know how he was managing women pressure, but he must be having a lot of girls coming after him. With that body he has, with this handsome guy I'm looking at, how God scaled him through in that country where sexual immorality is nothing but part of life. How God helped him to maintain that status until come to this point. It must have been God. He's an handsome guy. Many things about him should be a temptation. Handsome, brilliant, good body structure, ability to talk. Women can fall for. They may resist car or nice ride, but when you are a guy of words, you can talk. Women always fall for that. So he was. I'm just looking at him the way he was talking. I said, look at this handsome guy with such a brain, such a grace on him. And also notice something. He was withdrawing himself from them. There's a particular place in that video outside where he was sitting one corner. All they were taking pictures, he was just sitting one corner and he was looking at them. He was withdrawing himself from many things they are doing. I think at that time, he's so conscious of his role, maybe as a pastor of underground church or whatever, but he was not too open, or maybe the timidity is still affecting him at this point. It's only when they ask him to talk, he's talking. While others are dancing, he just go one corner and stand there and be looking. So thank you very much. I want to say
Awesome.
time.
Awesome. Okay, let's see. Do you have another slide, right?
Yes, another slide.
Okay. Okay, the man also spends time with his family, right? He hangs out with his family. Okay.
And let me show the one of the interview. That interview is the one I really want us to see.
Okay. So maybe immediately after this one, I guess we'll have the interview. This one is right now. His time with his family. So let's have the video now. All right, Mr. Israel, back to you. Just 1 second. Let's get your voice back. All right, you can speak now.
Okay, we can check out for the next video where we have his interview with BBC Yoruba. Then we can begin to allow people to call in and contribute to this program.
Okay.
Also, before we go to that, I want to say this concerning this video we just saw, that DSA is a man. The man DSA is also not just a man of the people, he's also a man of his own family.
Beautiful.
Time to hang out with his family. I said the man also hang out with his family. It's not a man who always busy working, but there are times where he hang out also with his family and to spend nice time with his children and wife. So that's what I want to bring out of that. And also, you can also say that it was a very small beginning. The children are still small at that point. The look, everything there I saw is not yet the position where they have attained. They are still at the stage of their little beginning. And I know the church at this point is already big, but definitely this man was not living large the way our present Nigeria pastors live. People who have this kind of congregation can have their children sitting down in that kind of a place. Even they will come for this kind of a thing where they will be sitting, will be gathered with security. Bodyguard will guide them as if they are the target of assassin. But I just thank God for the life of DSA, that he lives like a man, and he has been. May God continue to keep him and keep his family. Thank you, DSA, for living like this, for being a man, and for showing us what it means to become a human being. Next slide, please.
Beautiful. Let's go to the next slide and then the next video. Okay, so friends, come and come and hear the man DSA speaking Yoruba. Okay, let's have the video.
This is a recording that I'm doing for BBC World Service Yoruba language. Orúkọ mi ni Sunday Sunkanmi Adelaja. Ọmọ Nàìjíríà ni mí. But mo ti jáde láti Nigeria for over 32 years now. Mo ń live ní Russia. And èmi dẹ̀ ni founder Church Embassy of God ní Kyiv, Ukraine. Ìbéèrè tí ẹ béèrè lọ́wọ́ mi ni wípé kí ni ìyàtọ̀ nípa seed, offering àti tithe. Mo fẹ́ sọ nípa seed yẹn wípé kìí ṣe àṣẹ Bíbélì kí èèyàn máa fún owó ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì àbí kéèyàn fún ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì àbí fún olùṣọ́ àgùntàn kéèyàn máa pè ní seed. Kìí ṣe Bible practice. The only one that is scriptural ní àwọn three positions here. Ìyẹn ni offering ìyẹn ni òun nìkan ló wà scriptural ní New Testament. Free will offering dẹ̀ ni. Ìyẹn ni pé èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ bá fún offering yẹn bí ọkàn èèyàn bá ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ ni. Free will ni, voluntary. Pastor kankan olùṣọ́ àgùntàn kankan ò lè sọ fún èèyàn oye owó tó gbọ́dọ̀ fún ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì, èlé tó gbọ́dọ̀ fún pastor. Tithe yẹn, nǹkan tá à ń pè ní tithe yẹn, àwọn practice Old Testament ni àwọn practice fún àwọn ọmọ Hebrews ni Jews ní New Testament Jesus fúnra rẹ̀ ò collect the title àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ disciples ẹ̀ àwọn náà collect title and then ní epistles and the gospels kò sí ibi kankan níbẹ̀ tí èèyàn lè rí pé our commanded a fún wa láṣẹ pé kéèyàn collect tithe so kí ni Old Testament nìyẹn practice Old Testament nìyẹn kì í ṣe ti New Testament nǹkan tí àwọn pastors àwọn colleague mi pastors àti olùṣọ́ àgùntàn ń ṣe ní Nàìjíríà ń sìn robbery náà èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ pé kíni yẹn tó yẹ olè ní àwọn iṣẹ́ olè ní àwọn kíni yẹn téèyàn bá ń gba owó lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì wípé kí wọ́n máa pé àwọn máa wà prosper àwọn èèyàn máa dolówó money mongering nìyẹn ìyẹn bàbá Ìjẹ̀bú làwọn yẹn ń play.
Bàbá Ìjẹ̀bú.
So mi tí sọ Yorùbá.
Mr. Israel.
Yes, sir.
You went to find this video, eh? Oh. You went to find this video of DSA. You say Baba Ìjẹ̀bú nìyẹn.
Well, I think when I really think from every angle I'll be able to establish the fact that demand is dynamic, and I believe many people have been treating the different topics as relating to demand DSA. Many people have spoken about his method, and someone has spoken about his method, the man as a family man, his core values, and many other topics that they come. But the focus of today's program is to establish to us that about this man you have seen to be spiritual man, mighty man, wonderful man, is also a human being. And one of the features of knowing that we are human beings is that we speak human languages. One of the human language we have is to speak your mother language. I saw that a man of that nature, this man is a human being because at least he has a mother language. Another thing I saw is such a man that obeyed God's instruction for his assignment, embraced the nation God instructed him to revive, so much that he forgot where he was coming from. He lost his language. Now I can juxtapose. I can understand why DSA is like this about Nigeria. When the assignment was about Ukraine, he lost everything about Africa. When the assignment was about Ukraine, he embraced, he accepted. In fact, he got to a point where he believed that God actually got him born in Nigeria, but he is actually supposed to be here. That was a man who, when God have said it, this is the word God said, he forgot his mother language. He was a student. He can travel, his student visa with him can make it to come home and go back. But he embraced his assignment so much to the point where he could not speak his own language. He was not taken out of the Yoruba land, out of Nigeria as a baby. He was 19 years old before he left Nigeria. But he embraced his call. Now come back to when God came back to me and said, I want you to make Nigeria the leading Christian nation in the world. You know what he did? He left everything he has achieved. Oh, DSA, I believe that this is exactly what is supposed to mean, what it means to hear God. He left everything about Ukraine, everything he has achieved. He was willing to leave everything and come to embrace this assignment God has given him. How did he do it? I cannot see a man who come on Facebook every day to talk about the solution to the Nigeria problem, to take it personal, to take responsibility, to accept the blame, the pain, the insult, everything, just because God spoke to him and he was willing to accept whatever God is asking him to do. I saw that pattern in his life. The man who accepted Ukraine, Russian, as his place of primary assignment, he left everything he has, his heritage, his language, is traced back to Africa. He lost it. If DSA lost Ukraine language again when it comes to Nigeria, I would not be surprised. Because the same way he embraced that nation is the same way he's now embracing Africa. He has books, over 300 books in Russian languages. When he when the assignment is now about Nigeria, now take note. People have been calling to him to write book in English. Do you know he did not listen to them? Because he has seen his place of assignment. He was not being carried away by accolades, names, invitations. The man was not carried away with this. Let me tell you something which got me amazed. DSA never planned a church in Nigeria.
Yeah, even till now, there's no God Embassy Church in Nigeria.
Why? Upon if DSA has come, the time he was coming to Nigeria and he started a church in Nigeria, do you know he will be having the largest congregation by now?
Perhaps.
I am telling you the truth. Because all of them in Nigeria, they know him. They are proud to call him to say that he visited their church. But this is a man that knows his place of assignment and embraces it with all totality, to the point of losing your language. You are unable to speak your language again. And come back, turn the table. God now said it's time for Nigeria. The same spirit the same way he left Nigeria, he was not concerned. He didn't say, I don't know where you're getting it.
Yeah.
The same way he was not concerned about whatever. He knew that there are things that are bad in Nigeria then. He was talking to pastors, whenever they invited, he tell them, but it was not his assignment. He was not concerning himself with it. Somebody should come to his senses and get to know this man must be working with an instruction. Now that God said it's not your assignment, he began to take it upon himself, accepting responsibility for the land. That's a man on a mission.
Beautiful.
That's a man purpose. That's a man who hear God and who run with the vision and give all that it takes to achieve it.
Beautiful.
I want to thank you so much, Doctor and Pastor Anu, for giving me the opportunity to speak on this platform and on this topic. And I believe I'll be able to present DSA to us, our viewers, that he is a man who we have seen from beginning of his humble beginning and who the man he has become today. I saw a man on a mission, a man who embraced the call of God upon his life for the nation of Ukraine and Russia, who has fulfilled that calling, and everybody can attest to it that he has fulfilled the assignment. And when God came to him and said, it is time for you to go back to Africa and make Nigeria the leading nation in the world, he has come again to embrace it. This man began to learn his language again. He never thought he would ever need that language anymore, but now he's learning it. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you.
Wow. Amazing. You know, Mr. Israel, you did an amazing work. Before we begin to receive our callers, I would like to announce that if you would like to contribute to today's discussion, you could just go to Facebook Messenger, search for Move Agent, and inform us that you like to call. But you know, there's something remarkable about your presentation, because it's impossible to talk about the man DSA and not talk about what is common to all men, that all men are not perfect. And if you are in this body, you have some sort of imperfection, weaknesses, challenges. And you know, Mr. Israel, you started with Dr. Sunday's weakness while he was young, or his imperfection, being a timid child. And you progressed out Dr. Sunday grew to become a man, strong man, and then you ended with him also being a man that has some sort of weakness. And what is the weakness? He cannot speak his mother tongue. It is a thing that people can make mockery of. It's a thing that people can laugh out. But Dr. Sunday did not even mind that. I know I'm not perfect in this English, you know. I know this can be something people can watch me and make mockery of me and maybe even abuse me. That look at this man, the Yoruba man, he cannot even speak Yoruba. Look at how he's speaking Yoruba like Egun. But look at the way you started. You started with the man DSA, being a man like all of us who have weaknesses, imperfection. And he progressed into being a man with great virtues, but then you even ended again with a man that, hey, even with all the greatness, there is still something that you can say about this man. Even his mother tongue, he can't speak very well. And that's just an example that he's a man. And that's an amazing thing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, so we're going to receive callers right now. Let's hear their contribution. Let's hear their thoughts. Let's hear. We'll be able to hear your impressions on the subject, the man DSA. All right. While we are with callers, right here is the latest book, How to Build Friendly Relationship with Your Child. I think every parent must do well to get this book. How to Build Friendly Relationship with Your Child. This book right now is on pre-order. If you want to know how to build that close relationship with your child, it is possible. You can do it. You just need to know how to do it. And that's exactly what this book is going to do. All right, so we have a caller right now, and let's hear from our caller. Hello, caller.
Yes, hello.
Hello, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
I just want to, the name is Patrick Akimbola, and I'm calling from the U.S., New York specifically.
Amazing.
I just wanted to call.
Thank you so much for calling,
like
Mr. Patrick.
You're welcome. And I want to start by thanking you guys for the great job you continue to do there, representing all of us Nigerians, indeed Africans, on the international platform. I don't know where to start talking about DSA. Just to first of all congratulate him on a very as he celebrates another year in the land of the living. I thank God for his life, and I know that the best is yet to come.
Amen.
During the course of the week, occasionally I have been able to tune in to listen to you and the coverage, marking his 52nd, and it's that I appreciate the fact that it had provided me with an opportunity to gain even more insight into the type of person he is, and I do know that he's already a lot of what you guys that are holding the fort there are doing are modeling things that you've seen him do. And that on its own is very encouraging, very inspiring. I turned 60 a couple of months ago, and
wow.
It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that I find DSA himself, I feel comfortable to introduce him as a mentor. You know, in growing up in Nigeria during my formative years, and much later while I have been abroad, I occasionally just reflect on our lack of mentors in our society. And the reason, I ask myself, who were my mentors? And, you know, apart from people like Awolowo or the sage himself, who was obviously heads and shoulders above a lot of those that represent us in leadership position today, it was very difficult for me to identify somebody else that I could say, yes, this is the kind of person that I would like to emulate in my adult life. And so from that standpoint, just the fact that I am able to identify with DSA at that kind of level where it's integrity, the hard work, the humility, the passion for what you represent, the boldness. I mean, just qualities that would inspire anyone.
Yeah.
And, not only does he exemplify those things, but the fact that he has a track record whereby it's not just telling you that, oh, these are the things he wants you to do. Essentially, you now have an opportunity to go out there to check out what has he done.
True.
See, so, I guess overall, I really just want to encourage Nigerians, especially those of us in the diaspora, to be encouraged and to essentially unlearn a lot of our bad habits. It's a lot difficult. It's a lot more difficult for you to unlearn the wrong things than it is to learn something afresh.
True.
And when you look at our society and the way where things are today, it is obvious that we are already subsumed in subcultures that continually destroy us. And so coming with DSA is a message of hope and a very empowering message at that, because it has a global perspective.
Yeah.
And this is why I feel very comfortable to identify with him, to represent anything that he represents, and to be able to just kind of say, yes, that hope that we've all been praying for our continent, for our people, for Nigerians as representatives of the black race, in moving us out of the quagmire that we are in. I do find in DSA not just the passion and capability, but the integrity to be able to say, yes, it's not all bad news coming from our part of the world. And so just to encapsulate, I'd just like us to continue to build a critical mass around around indeed most of what he represents in the public space. Most people don't even know the amount of work he has done in terms of resources that are available online that you can get for free. And of course, you see how the detractors are already positioning themselves to undermine a lot of the good things that he's positioning to do.
Yeah.
So I guess I would just really like to encourage those of you that are right there working with him in Ukraine, that be encouraged and know that even though you haven't heard from a lot of us, there are a lot of people who are getting the message and they are being inspired by it. And our desire and hope is that not only will that message resonate on the continent itself, but other Africans that are in the motherland, the African American population, for instance, I see them in real need and I'm sure desirous of that type of message. And there's no better person to bring it than someone like DSA, who has operated on the international platform as long as he has and has been able to give a good account of himself. Amazing. So I just want to say again, congratulations, DSA. We continue to hold you in our prayers, and we know that the best is yet to come, both for you individually and everyone else that you represent.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Patrick. Wise words, great words of encouragement from you. Thank you very much. We believe strongly in everything you've said, and we know that God is definitely with us in this pursuit, and victory is certain.
Thank you very much. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. All right, so I think that's where we're going to call it off today. Having no other caller, thanks to Mr. Israel Good News Balogun. He really dealt on the topic demand DSA. If you joined us late, I want to say you missed a lot, but you can get the video by just sharing the video right now on your timeline if you're watching us on Facebook, or or you could share it to your friends. And if you're watching us on YouTube, you could also share this link. But definitely the video would be available on Dr. Sunday's YouTube channel. That is Dr. Sunday Adelaja. And just search for the playlist, The Man DSA, and you'll be able to catch up and watch all of the videos that have been done as we celebrate Dr. Sunday's 52nd birthday. His birthday is on the 28th of May, but up until that day, we're going to keep having people coming to speak about different aspects of Dr. Sunday. Well, gracias. Thank you so much for being with us. And I would like to announce that we're having a book promo for the month of May. For anyone who wants to get Dr. Sunday's book at a discounted rate, you could write to the office at DSA'sbooks@gmail.com. And for every parent out there, the book and the color of the word there right now is green. We're all green, green, green. So the book right there is how to build friendly relationship with your child. Please do well to get this book right now. I believe it is going to be a great solution to many of the problems that many parents have with their children. All right, so thank you for being with us today. My name is Anu Ojo, and we'll be back tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. Kyiv time, 5 p.m. UK time, and 5 p.m. Nigerian time. Do have a wonderful day. Bye for now.